Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 postseason is on the air. We are at Arlington Stadium. This is the American League Wild Card Series Game 1 between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. For those of you who don't know how I do a postseason, I will explain it to you real quickly. In the American League, we got 6 teams. In the National League, we've got 5. In the American League, we will have 2 Wild Card Series games. This game here between the Tigers and the Rangers, the winner will take on the Oakland Athletics in Game 2 of the series. The winner there will, of course, play the Kansas City Royals in the American League Division Series. Meanwhile, the Orioles and the Yankees will be in the other division series. In the National League, there will only be 1 Wild Card Series game, and that is between the Cincinnati Reds and the Montreal Expos. The winner of that one will take on the Houston Astros. Meanwhile, the Braves and the Phillies will play in the other division series. The division series is a best of 5. The championship and World Series are best of 7, even though in 1980, the championship series was a best of 5 back in there. They didn't go to a best of 7 until 1985, but we're doing a best of 7 all the way through. Each team will use a form. Each team has 26-man roster. 13 pitchers, 13 batters. However, not every team can field 13 pitchers. The rest will be made up in batters. All teams will have 26 players that are active, were active at the end of the 1980 season, according to Action PC Baseball. Some players were hurt or not on their teams, and they will not be available in the postseason. Injuries are full-time, so it's very possible that if an injured player occurs, he could be out for the postseason. And that has happened in many of my postseason replays, that a player has been hurt for the rest of the playoffs. That can happen. So we use full-time injuries in these playoffs. No ghost runners. They will not be used in the postseason as well. We, of course, have the division series and the championship series, and we have the season selection show to decide which season will be voted on. And then, of course, the World Series and the season review and reveal show, where, of course, we'll find out what season will be used. And, of course, and if it's not an inside pitch advanced format, Chris Davis says he will create the season for us. And that season will start July 6th of this year. So that is how I do a postseason here on the network. Joe Rocchino, Cutter Historical, Ben Witz, Axe 88, Doug Hunt, and Jeremy Brooks are first to join us here at Arlington Stadium. So the Detroit Tigers were the 6th seed, the Rangers are the 5, and they will face off here in a 1-game playoff at Arlington Stadium. So the regular season is over. We got done with it, and it was fun to play. We've had a couple of great games, including a no-hitter. But what will the postseason give us? This is where Inside Pitch Advanced really shines. This is where Inside Pitch really shines, okay, is in the postseason. I do keep track of batting averages and home runs and ER and, of course, wins and losses, okay, to choose an MVP at the end of the playoffs. That MVP, of course, will always be from the championship franchise. So, and now Clay Baseball fan now joins us here at Arlington Stadium. So that is how we do a postseason. I think it's time we get to the postseason. Let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Hall of Famer, Fergie Jenkins. 12 wins, 12 losses, no saves, a 3.77 ERA in 1980. We are at Arlington Stadium. This was a pitcher's park. -1 to strikeouts, -1 to walks. There is a chance of robbing home runs. So, 1 game to move on. Who will play the Oakland Athletics in Game 2 of the ALWS? We have no idea, but I guess we're about to find out, won't we? As it is time to get started. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers, right fielder Rick Peters, 291 average, 2 homers, 42 RBIs. The batting orders I've used with the help of Baseball Reference to actually put together the orders they would have probably used in the postseason. Remember, some of these teams didn't make the playoffs in 1980, so I had to finagle a few things. Axe 88. I'm not sure who you are. I'm not. I don't know if this is the first time you've actually been here, or did you change because YouTube has not decided to go back to the way things were. So if you could, but if it's the first time you're in the network here, welcome aboard. Let's go to the top of the first. The 1980 postseason begins now. Jenkins 5-3. That's at the park. Arlington Stadium 1-7, and that'll be a fly ball to center field. And getting to that will be Mick the Quick. Mickey Rivers will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up the shortstop, Alan Trammell, 300 average, 9 homers, 65 RBIs, and 80. I am trying to platoon platooning some teams. Some teams may have a player against right-handers or left-handed hitting or pitching, and some teams may use the same lineup the way through. Fergie, 4-7, and error on a booted ball. Trammell, a 5-7, and that's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Bud Harrelson. His error rating is a 12. That's a 16. He won't make an error. He won't boot it, and he will throw to first, and that will be out number 2. Next up for the Tigers, left fielder Steve Kemp, 293 average, 21 homers, 101 RBIs, and 80. Jenkins will pitch. Fergie, 2-2 against the lefty. Walk, the 14. That's going to miss. Kemp, a 4-2, and it's a ground ball to first, and that'll be taken by Pat Putnam, and he will get to the bag on his own, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cats. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Jack Morris, the Cat. 16 wins, 15 losses, a 4.18 ERA, and 80. He has the number 1. These are, of course, the number 1 starters in each team. Leading off for the Rangers, center fielder Mickey Rivers, Mick the Quick. 333 average, 7 homers, 60 RBIs, and 80. How generous. Morris, 4-1. That's a pitcher result. The 18 is going to be a blank. Rivers, 2-1. And that will be a ground ball to first. And Richie Hebner will grab it and run it to the bag. Next up is the second baseman, Bump Wills, 263 average, 5 homers, 58 RBIs, and 80. Pitch from Morris. 3-5, walk 5, and that will be ball 4. So Wills will trot to first on the first walk given up by Morris. Morris had 82 walks and 80. Here's the right fielder, Al Oliver. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 319 average, 19 homers, 117 RBIs, and 80. I usually put these players in the best position possible. Not where they normally played, but maybe where they would play will have the best range or least amount of errors. So that's how I usually choose the defensive positioning here. XSG2 joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Mentioned Hall of Fame that left the game too late. Andrew Jones Morris is one of those. Strategy roll for Willis. Infield is that double play. That's a 16, and Wills will stay where he is. Morris, 4-1. That's a pitcher result. That is a 9 against the lefty. That is going to be an out. And we'll use the same number. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn a double play. And that's a 10. 10 minus 2 hit the first is 8. Morris is a 0. And that is going to be a fielder's choice. Wills will be thrown out at second. And Oliver will get the first, 2 down. So fielder's choice for Oliver. And now here's the third baseman, Buddy Bell. Some people think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Not so sure, but definitely hauled a very good. 329 average, 17 homers, 83 RBIs. Oliver on it first, and he will stay there. Morris, 5'8". That's at the park. Arlington Stadium, 4-1, and that is a fly to left. And Steve Kemp will track it down. They'll put it away, and that'll retire the side. 1-0 across except the walk. No score after 1. I wonder where Chuck Rawlings is for his game as Tigers are on the board. Where is Chuck Rawlings? He wouldn't miss a Tigers playoff game, would he? Top of the second, leading off for the Tigers will be the first baseman, Richie Hebner. 290 average, 12 homers, 82 RBIs, and 80. The Tigers really didn't have much of choices at first base. They really didn't. All their first basemen pretty much was bad, except for Corcoran, but Corcoran didn't have enough bats to make the starting lineup. Jenkins, 2-4, it's a blank. Hebner, 8-4, and that's fly to right field. Al Oliver will drift a little bit towards the line, but he'll make the catch. 1 out. Yes, I know Howie Rose will be retiring. We still have one. Yes, the Mets still have one of the best broadcasting booths with Gary, Keith, and Ron. Yes, we do. Although I'm pretty sure nobody had a problem with Ralph Kiner, Lindsey Nelson, and, of course, the late, great Bob Murphy. And Bob Murphy was one of the best, absolutely. And all three of them were the best. And I actually liked Tim McCarver, too, when he was with the Mets in the 80s. Next batter is the designated hitter, Champ Summers. He will DH against right-handed pitchers. 297 average, 17 homers, 60 RBIs, and 80. Jenkins will deal. Jenkins, 2-4, it's a blank. Summers, 8-2, that's a fly to left. And Billy Sample will get to that. And that will be out number 2. Here's the center fielder, Al Cowens, 280 average, 5 homers, 42 RBIs, and 80. Yep, rest in peace, the great Chuck Norris, absolutely. Chuck Norris, death didn't come for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris went to go get death. Jenkins, 2-7, strikeout, 18, that'll miss. Cowens, a 2-7, and that's a fly to right field. And grabbing that will be Oliver again. And so far, both pitchers are off to a good start. 1, 2, 3, go the Cats. We go to the bottom of the second. David Vega joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Leading off for the Rangers, their designated hitter, Rusty Staub. LeGrand Orange, 300 average, 9 homers, 55 RBIs, and 80. He will also DH against right-handed starters. Morris, 3-4, strikeout 10. That will miss. Staub, 2-3, and that's a ground ball to short, and that will be Trammell. He will take care of it and toss it over for out number 1. Here's the first baseman, Pat Putnam, 263 average, 13 homers, 55 RBIs, and 80. The lovely Barbara joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Morris, 7-6, that's a range play 13, no. Putnam, a 1-7 base hit center field. Putnam will go ahead and get a single in the center, and that's the first hit of the game for either team. Next up is the left fielder, Billy Sample, 260 average, 4 homers, 19 RBIs. Didn't have much choice at left field for the Rangers, so Sample was able to get in. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy role for Putnam, and he is staying where he is. Morris the Cat, 6-5 against a righty. It's a blank. Sample, 4-3, and that's an infield single hit to third. Tom Brookins will get it, but he won't have a play, and everyone will be safe. So Sample will get an infield hit. And now here's the catcher, Jim Sundberg. He was a very good catcher. 273 average, 10 homers, 63 RBIs, and 80. Sundberg had a very good career. Putnam on at second, Sample on at first. Strategy roll, that is an 18, and nothing happening. Morris, 1-6, walk, 16 is high. Sundberg, 3-7, and that's a base hit to center field. Will that score Putnam? Single to center, 4-7. 4-7, and yes, it will. Putnam will come around, and he will score. Sample holds at second. Sundberg goes to first, and the Rangers get the first run. It's 1-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! So a single here by Sundberg, and the Rangers get to grab a quick 1-0 lead. And now here's the shortstop, Bud Harrelson, 272 average, a homer, 9 RBIs and 80. One out here, but the Morris is in a little bit of trouble. Strategy roll and nothing on the 13. Morris, Harrelson is not bunting. Morris will pitch. Morris, 4-5, pickoff, 13. And no, he misses a balk, actually. We go to the park, Arlington Stadium, 1-3, and it's a base hit past second base. Sample will come in to score, and Sundberg, he will hold at second base, and Harrelson holds at first, and now the Rangers have a 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Fourth straight hit given up by Morris the Cat. And now the batter is Mick the Quick. He's 0 for 1. But now the Rangers lead 2-0 here. Strategy roll again. And that is a 2 and nothing happening. Sundberg at second. Harrelson at first. Morris deals. Morris, 4-5. Pickoff, 18. No. Rivers, at the park. Arlington Stadium, 5-3. And that'll be a ground ball to short. And that's a 14. Hit to short plus 2 is 16. Morris is 0. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. Sundberg will get to third. Harrelson is out at second. Rivers takes first. And there are 2 down. So the runners will move up. But that is another fielder's choice. And now runners at the corners with 2 down. And here's Wills. Wills walked his first time up. So 2 outs here. But the Rangers have a 2-0 lead. Strategy roll. And that is a 2. Rivers gets the jump. Why not? 14 plus 2 is 16. Parrish -1 is 15. And he's out. The inning is over. Ooh, that might not have been a great idea. Mickey Rivers tries to steal second base with 2 outs. And he gets caught by Lance Parrish. And that'll end the inning. That might bite him in the butt. 2 runs, though, on 4 hits. And it's 2-0 after 2. And that could probably bump Wills at the plate. But Rivers had a 75% chance to steal. And I took a shot at it, and that didn't do it. We go to the top of the third. Must have been the manager from that other channel with the fluffy cat. Leading off for the Tigers is the catcher, Lance Parrish. 286 average, 24 homers, 82 RBIs, and 80. Fergie will deal. Fergie, 6-2. Against a righty, that's going to be an out. It'll be a grounder to second base. Wills will take care of it. And they'll toss it over for out number 1. Here's the third baseman, Tom Brookins. And he had a very good year in 80. 275 average, 10 homers, 66 RBIs that year. Brookins always seems to hit a home run when he's on the board. Jenkins, 8-7, strikeout 10. Not this time. Called strike 3 on Brookins. And that's the first strikeout for Fergie at 129 of them in 80. And now the second baseman, Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 233 average, a homer, 45 RBIs. Or should be in the Hall of Fame with Trammell. Either both should be in or neither should be in. Trammell doesn't get in there without Whitaker. Jenkins, 4-2, walk 11, and that'll be ball 4. He walks Lou. So that is the first walk given up by Fergie. He had 44 of them that year. And the next batter is Peters. Peters is 0 for 1. Whitaker had 8 stolen bases that year, and he's staying put. Pitch from Fergie. Fergie, 2-4. That's a blank. Peters, 6-3. It's a base hit right past the pitcher and right into the outfield. And with 2 outs, though, Whitaker still holds at second. He doesn't have the speed to get to third. But Peters keeps the inning going. First hit of the game for the Tigers. Runners at first and second now for Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 1. A chance here now for the Tigers to try to get some runs. Rangers already lead 2-0 here in the top of the third. It's a one-game playoff. The winner of this game goes to Oakland. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 15. Pitch from Jenkins. Jenkins, 8-1, error, foul, grounder at the park. Arlington Stadium, 1-4, and a right-handed batter that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second base. That ball has hit the Wills. His error rating is a 5. That's a 15. He will not make an error. He will go ahead and grab it and take his time, and he is going to throw to the shortstop, covering to get Peters, and that'll retire the side. Nice play by Wills. He will not make an error. No runs and a hit. And we go to the bottom of the third. Just bought the 2006 season and fall class. I didn't realize how great the Mets were. 2006 Mets were not too bad. Not too bad, but they were missing something which prevented them to get to the World Series that month through the playoffs that year. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Lone Stars will be Bump Wills. He walked his first time up. Morris can pitch to 31. And Jenkins can pitch to 30. Morris will go ahead and deal. Morris, 4-6, strikeout, no. Wills, 5-4, and against the righty, it's a fly ball to left. And Steve Kemp will get to that. And one down. Next up is Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 1. Morris will pitch. Morris, 6-6. That's at the park. Arlington Stadium, 3-5. And that's an auto out. It's a grounder to first. Richie Hebner will take it to the bag himself for the second out. Here's Bell. Bell is 0 for 1. Morris will pitch. 7-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Bell, 8-5, and that's popped up to third base. And Tom Brookins says, I'll get it. He is going to be in foul territory, but he is going to make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. Still 2-0 after 3. We move on to the fourth. And Steve Kemp leads off for the Big D. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Fergie. 1-3, error on a throw. Kemp, 3-6. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Harrelson. His error rating is a 12. That's a 9. He's going to make a throwing error. It's going to be a throwing error to first. Putnam's range is a 4. It gets past him, and Kemp will hold it first, though. Does not have the speed. Took the turn a little wide, decided to go back to first. And that will be an E6. First error on the Rangers in the ball game. So Kemp will hold it first. And now here's Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 1. Rangers commit an error. Can the Tigers take advantage of it? Kemp not really a threat to steal. And that's a 13. He will stay put. Pitch from Fergie. Fergie, 6-4. Strikeout, 6. And he called strike 3 on Hebner. Hebner should have swung at that one. And that was a good pitch. That'll be the second strikeout for Jenkins. 1 down. He is a 7. -1 makes him a 6, and that is a 6. And usually when the number matches, it's a called strikeout. Here's Summers. Summers is 0 for 1. 1 out here. Infield is at double play. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Fergie deals. Fergie, 1-4 against the lefty. It's blank. Summers, 3-1. Line drive to short. That is out number 2. And that 3, line drive to short. Yep, that's a line drive to short. Harrelson's got it. Throws to first. Doubles off Kemp, and the inning is over. That's going to be an L6-3 double play. As Kemp took off on the hit, on the contact, and Harrelson throws to first and nails him. The only way he was out was on a 1-3, and that is a 3, and he gets him. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Dave Little Epic joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Is that you, Dave Little? That you, Dave Little Epic? I'm pretty sure. Haven't seen you in a while in the chat. It is good to see you again, Mr. Little. Always a pleasure. Bottom of the fourth. Leading off for the Rangers will be Le Grand Orange, Rusty Staub. He's 0 for 1. Rangers lead 2-0. Bottom of the fourth. Winner here goes to play Oakland in Game 2 of the ALWS. Morris, 2-8. It's a blank. Staub, a 7-7. And against the righty, it's a base hit. He'll hit a single past second base. And Staub gets his first hit of the game. It'll bring up Putnam. Putnam got a single his first time up. Infield set for double play. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Morris deals. Morris, 5-2. It's a blank. Putnam, 3-4. Fly ball to center. And Al Cowens will grab it for the out. Next up is sample size. And he got a single his first time up. Staub really not a threat to do much. He'll stay where he is. Morris, a 4-8. Strikeout 13. No. Sample 1-6. And there are no runs. That's a risk chance. There are no runners in scoring position. That is a single pass short. Morris, a 1-9. He'll turn that into an out. That's a 19. He won't do it. That's a base hit. Staub is mud. He'll have to hold at second base as he does not have the speed to get to third, and that will be a hit for Sample. There were no runners in scoring position, but Morris couldn't turn that into an out. And now here's Sundberg. Sundberg got a base hit his first time up. Yep, this is now DET. This is inside pitch advance, Dave Little. 1 out. Infield still a double play. 2-0 Rangers. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Sundberg will bat. Morris will pitch. 5-4. Strikeout. Got him. That's a big K. And that is the first strikeout for Jack Morris. He had 112 of them that year. 2 down. And now here's Harrelson. Harrelson got a single his first time up. Inside pitch advanced is such a great game. As nothing wrong with regular inside pitch. This game just brings inside pitch to the way I think it was always meant to be. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Morris will deal. Morris, 2-6. Range play 13. Yes, it's a range play. Harrelson, 1-6. It's a fly ball to left field. Steve Kemp's got to go make a play. His range is a 4. He can't get it. And a 1-2, this will be a double. And it's a 7, it'll be a single, but it will bring in a run. Staub will come around, he will score. Sample holds at third. Harrelson to first. It's 3-0 Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Bud Harrelson. That's his second RBI of the game. 2 outs, and now the Rangers a 3-0 lead. And here's Mick the Quick. Mickey Rivers is 0 for 2. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Rangers lead 3-0. Jack Morris having his issues here in this game. And Fergie pitching like the Hall of Famer he is. Strategy roll, nothing on the 8. Morris the Cat. 1-3, error on a booted ball. Rivers, 5-2, and against a righty, it's a base hit past second base, and another run for the Rangers. Sample will score, and with 2 outs, Harrelson will make third. Rivers hits it first, and it's now 4-0 Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single for Mick the Quick. And now runners at the corners. The batter is Wills. The bullpen is not active yet. But right now, Morris, he has a 4.18 ERA. He had a 4.18 ERA in 80, and right now his ERA is matching. Strategy roll, and that is a 10. Mickey Rivers is not going anywhere this time. Morris will pitch. Morris, 8-2, strikeout 10, and that will miss. Wills, 4-2. It's a ground ball to short. It'll be taken care of by Trammell. He's going to throw to second to get Rivers, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 4 hits again, and the Rangers have a 4-0 lead after 4. On to the 5th. And it will be Al Cowens leading off for Detroit. He's 0 for 1. Fergie right now pitching like the Hall of Famer he is. Fergie deals. Fergie, 7-2. It's a blank. Cowens, 5-6. Fly ball to center field. Mick the Quick will grab it with no trouble at all. 1 down. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 1. Jenkins deals. Jenkins, 7-5. Range play 13. Yes, it is. Parrish, 5-4. Against the righty. It's a base hit. It's hit to second base. Wills has to make a play. His range is a 4. It is a 4. Nice play by Wills. He'll take care of it and toss it over. And that's out number 2. He makes the range play. In fact, some of you are thinking of buying the print version of the 2025 season. Well, you should. Here's Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 1. A lot of players. Brookins is 0 for 1. 4-0 Rangers here. Doesn't look good for the Tigers right now. Jenkins, 4-1. It's a blank. Brookins, 5-3. Ground ball to short again, and Harrelson will get it. Harrelson will toss it over and retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. After 5 innings, Fergie is pitching a 1-hitter. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Al Oliver leads off. He's 0 for 2. Rangers lead 4-0. I still love the hyper. I know a lot of people, like as I said before, I know a lot of people don't like a lot of the new stuff in baseball, but to me, it's still baseball. Pitcher versus batter. Morris will pitch. Morris, 1-4, walk. That'll be too high. Oliver, 1-4, base hit, pass short. The Rangers get another hit. The Rangers are getting hits. The Tigers are not. And here's Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Infield set for double play. Oliver had 5 stolen bases, and he's staying put. Bell gets the hit and run. He's not doing that because he's got major home run power. Morris, 5-1, walk, 20. That'll be too high. Bell, 5-8, and that's going to be hit to third base. Tom Brookins will charge it. He won't have a play. It's an infield single. An infield single by Bell. And now runners at first and second and no one out. And now here's Staub. It doesn't look good for the Tigers. Staub is 1 for 2. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Rangers lead 4-0 here. Strategy roll. Nothing happening on the 19. Morris's pull rating's at 15. It's getting close. Morris will pitch. Morris, 4-4. Range play at the park. Arlington Stadium, 2-7. That's a single to center field, a possible double. Center fielder is Cowens. He really needs to make this play. It's a range play. His range is a 3. Nope, it's going to be a base hit to center field. Oliver will score. Bell goes to third automatically. Staub has to try for second, though. 1 + 4 is 5. Minus Cowens is 6. And Staub is going to, his arm rating is higher than Staub's chance to get there. Staub will automatically go back to first. But a run scores, and that'll be a single for Staub, and it's now 5-0 Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Staub heads back to first. The batter now is Putnam. Tiger bullpen now warming up. Putnam is 1 for 2. 5-0 here in favor of the Rangers. We're in the bottom of the fifth. And Morris the Cat, not pitching like the Hall of Famer, but then again, in 1980, he really did not have that great a year. Infield is going to play in. They don't want any more runs. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Morris. 2-5. Wild pitch. Yep. That goes over the catcher's head. Bell will come in to score. Staub goes to second. 6-0 Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Jack Morris goes ahead and throws a wild one. And now it is 6-0. And I think that should be it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, he's done. That's going to be it for Morris. They're going to yank him as they've seen enough. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Tigers. And in this case, the fifth inning, so it's still considered early innings here. So we got a lefty and two righties coming up. So they are going to go with, who's going to come on to pitch? I think it's going to be Tobik. Coming on to pitch for the Rangers will be Dave Tobik. 1 win, no losses, no saves. A 3.98 ERA. He has the most early innings, which is innings 1 to 5. So Dave Tobik will pitch for the Tigers, and he can pitch to 15, although I don't think he's going to be in there that long. Infield is now back, now 6-0 Rangers, as Morris will leave with the L. And Tobik will go ahead and pitch. Strategy rolls are now off. Tobik, 5-3, it's a blank. Putnam, 4-4, grounder to second base, and that'll be grabbed by Whitaker, and he'll toss it over for the out, and Staub moves to third. One down, and here's sample size. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Infield is back to being in. 6-0 Rangers, but the Tigers know anything can happen in inside pitch. Tobik will pitch. 8-6, error on a booted ball. Sample, 3-2. That's powered into center field. That's a 13. It's going to stay up there, and that'll be in there for Cowens. Cowens will make the catch for out number 2. Sacrifice fly roll of 9. That will not bring in Staub on his own, at least by sample. The Staub come in to score his own 3-4, and he will not. Staub is mud, and he'll stay at third base. It wasn't deep enough. And now here's Sundberg. Sundberg is 1 for 2 with a single. Staub on at third. 6-0 favor of the Rangers. Strategy rolls are off. Tobik, 7-6, strikeout 19, no. Sundberg, 6-4, that's a ground ball to second. Whitaker will take care of that and toss it over and retire the side. 2 runs, 4 hits again, and a wild pitch. And at the end of 5, it's 6-0 in favor of the Rangers. And some people are on their cell phones in 1980 and getting ready to purchase tickets for a trip to Oakland Coliseum. We go to the top of the 6th. Lou Whitaker leads off. He walked his first time up. Oh, yeah, that's right. They didn't have any cell phones, so they're going to the ticket window. Jenkins, 4-2, walk, 19. That will just miss. Whitaker, 5-8, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be, I'm sorry, no, there are no runners in scoring position. My bad, that's a risk chance. That's a runner, that's a score chance. That's a scoring chance. Single to center, a 1-7. Jenkins will turn that into an out. That's a 12, so it won't be that anyway. So Whitaker will get the hit. Hit for Whitaker. That's only the second hit for the Tigers in this game. And that'll bring up Peters. Peters is 1 for 2 with a single, infield double play. Strategy rolls are off. Fergie deals. Fergie, 4-6, error on a booted ball. Peters, 7-4. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Harrelson. His error rating is a 12, and that is a 13. He will not make an error. Will he turn a double play? That's a 9. Plus 1 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. And that just gets it for Peters. That's a 6-4-3 double play. Two outs. A great play by Harrelson, who does not make an error, and he'll turn the 5-4-3. And now here's Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 2. They're writing down the request and sending out by carrier pigeon. Jenkins, 1-6, strikeout 12. That'll be too high. Trammell, 1-2, and that'll be an infield single. That one's hit the second base, and Wills will grab it, but he will not have a play. And Trammell gets on base, and now here's Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error. 6-0 in favor of the Lone Stars. Not looking good for the Tigers here. Jenkins, 7-3, strikeout, no. Kemp, a 5-5 that's popped up to second. And Buck Wills says he's got it, and he does. And that'll retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. Tigers is not getting the breaks in this one. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Dave Tobick will stay on the mound. And it will be Bud Harrelson leading off for the Rangers. May he rest in peace. Harrelson having a good night. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Tobick, a 6-2 against the switch left. Strikeout. He got him. He'll get Harrelson on a K. And out number 1. And here's Mick the Quick. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Tobick sets up and deals. Tobick, 3-2. That's an auto out. It will be a fly to left. And Kemp will mosey over and grab it. 2 men down. And now here's Wills. Wills is 0 for 2 with a walk. Tobick deals. Tobick, 5-8 against the switch left. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's a good inning for Tobick. And 1-2-3 go the Rangers. But they hold a 6-0 lead here after 6. We go to the 7th. Leading off for the Tigers will be Richie Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 2. Fergie's got plenty left in the tank. 6-0 Rangers. Doesn't look good for the Tigers at all. Jenkins, 5-3. That's at the park. Arlington, 8-7. And a left-handed hitter. That is a possible home run against the righty. Hebner needs a 15 with runners, but the base is empty. Plus 1 is a 16, and that is a 15, and that's going to get the Tigers on the board. Kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Richie Hebner. Hebner clears the wall, maybe by about 10 feet. It was good enough hit. And the Tigers are on the board at 6-1. So Hebner hits a bomb, his first of the postseason. And it will bring up Summers. Summers is 0 for 2. Now a 6-1 ball game. Could this be the beginning of a Tiger rally? Jenkins, 6-5 against the lefty. It's blank. Summers, 2-4 against the righty. That's a double. He smacks that one into left field, and Summers goes to second. Now the Tigers going up trying to get into this game. The next batter is Cowens. Cowens is 0 for 2. Summers on at second. Infield staying back. Now a 6-1 lead. Strategy rolls are still off. Jenkins, 5-5 against the righty. Strikeout. He got Cowens. That will be the third strikeout for Fergie, 1 down. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Summers on at second. Fans here at Arlington Stadium getting excited, enjoying what they like so far. Pitch from Fergie. 4-4, strikeout. No, just missed. Parrish, 7-7. And there are runners in scoring position. That's a scoring chance. And let's see here. We'll run 1-14. Jenkins will turn that hit into an out, and that is a 13. That is going to be an out. Jenkins pretty good with runners in scoring position, so that's going to be a ground out to short, and that'll be grabbed by Harrelson, and Summers will get the third. The throw goes to first. 2 outs. Wow, Jenkins turns a single into an out, and now here's Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 2. Good job there by Jenkins. 2 men away. Jenkins deals. Jenkins, 5-4. Range play 12. That's a 13. No. Brookins, 4-8. And it's a ground ball to second. Up with it is Wills. He'll take his time and toss it over to first. And that'll retire the side. That could have gotten a lot worse for the Rangers. The Tigers are on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. And the Rangers lead 6-1 in this 1-game playoff. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, it will be game 1, or actually a 1-game playoff of the National League Wild Card Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Montreal Expos. We'll be at Stade Olympique. Tom Seaver has to go for the Reds, and Steve Rogers will be pitching for the Expos. That'll be the game there. The winner of that game will go on to take on the Houston Astros in the NLDS. Only 2 teams made the wild card round in my 1980 replay, and that's what you got. The Reds and the Expos. Seaver against Rogers. That'll be tomorrow night on the network, the NLWS. Bottom of the 7th here, Rangers lead 6-1, and Dave Tobick. Let's see here. Al Oliver leads off. And we're probably going to see a new pitcher. Tobick coming out of the game. He did a good job, actually. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Tigers, and they'll bring on a lefty here mid-relief. And that is going to be Pat Underwood. 3 wins, 6 losses, 5 saves, a 3.59 ERA in 80. So Underwood will be the third Tiger pitcher, and he can pitch to 8. He will come on. So Pat Underwood, the new pitcher for the Tigers, bottom of the 7th. Underwood deals. Underwood, 8-5. That's a blank. Oliver, 1-6. And that's powered into left field. That's a 16. And against the lefty, it's going to die out there. Left fielder Kemp is going to be near the track. He is going to have room. And he'll make the play out number 1. Here's Bell. Bell is 1 for 3 with a single. Underwood pitches. And 6-4. Strikeout. Got him. They'll go ahead and get Bell. Strikeout for Underwood. He had 60 of them in 80. 2 outs. Here's Legrand Orange. Staub is 2 for 3. He'll bat. 6-1. Bottom of the 7th here. Underwood will pitch. And 5-1 against the lefty. Strikeout 4. And believe it or not, that is going to miss. Staub is a 4 against lefties, but a -1 will make him a 3. Staub, 8-4. And in that case, he'll get a base hit. He'll slap a single right past Underwood and into the outfield. And Staub has his third hit of the game. He is 3 for 4. Next batter is Putnam. Putnam 1 for 3 with a single. Staub on at first. No strategy rolls. Underwood, 4-8. Strikeout 9. That's gonna be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that'll retire the side. So Underwood gets a good job done. No runs and a hit. Still 6-1 after 7. We go to the 8th. Leading off for the Tigers is Lou Whitaker. Whitaker is 1 for 1, singled and walked. 6-1. Tigers have had a rough game here against Fergie. They've not been able to really figure him out. Jenkins, 4-8, and that's an auto out. That's a ground ball to first base. And Putnam will take it to the bag himself, 1 down. Here's Peters. Peters is 1 for 3. Fergie, 3-7, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the 4th strikeout for Ferguson. 2 away. And next batter is Trammell. Trammell 1 for 3 with a single. Jenkins will deal. 6-6 against a righty, strikeout, 16 is high. Trammell, 7-5, and against a righty, that's a base hit. He'll slap that one past third, and Trammell keeps the inning going. Second hit of the game for Trammell. And here comes Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Trammell staying at first. Strategy rolls are off. Fergie sets and deals, and 7-2. That's a blank. Kemp, 1-5, and a fly ball to right field. And getting to that is Oliver. And Oliver will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. The Rangers lead it 6-1. And the Detroit Tigers are running out of outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Billy Sample leads off for the Rangers. And they got 2 righties in a switch coming up. And I think that's going to be it for Underwood. He did his job. And the Tigers are going to go to the bullpen again here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And they're going to go ahead. And they just got to bring in the best pitcher. And at least if you're going to die on the mound, you're going to die with your closer. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers, Senor Smoke Aurelio Lopez, 13 wins, 6 losses, 21 saves, a 3.77 ERA. Lopez's job is to keep it 6-1 and hope for some serious 9th inning magic. Lopez, he will deal. 4-4, strikeout, 18 is high. Sample, 4-2, and that will be an auto out to fly to right. Rick Peters will grab it and take it in easily, 1 down. Next up is Sundberg. Sundberg is 1 for 3 with a single. Lopez with the pitch. 4-1, strikeout. That is too high. Sundberg, 1-3, ground ball to third. Buddy Bell will take care of that. Not Buddy Bell, I'm sorry. That will be not Bell. That is Brookins. Brookins will take care of that. And Brookins tosses it over, 2 down. Here's Harrelson. Harrelson's had a good night tonight. 2 for 3, 2 singles and 2 RBIs. Lopez deals. Lopez, 4-4, strikeout 6. And he'll get Harrelson there. Struck him out and retires the side. A good job by Lopez. And 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. And the Rangers have a 6-1 lead after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We go to the top of the 9th. Fergie will pitch. He can pitch to one more batter before he tires. And Richie Hebner will lead off. He'll bat. He had a bomb his last time, up 1 for 3. But Fergie, he has complete games. He will pitch here and maybe not use the Ranger bullpen. Lake Effect Games joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Rangers lead 6-1, 3 outs away from a trip to Oakland. Jenkins will go ahead and pitch. Jenkins, 2-7, strikeout 6, called strike 3 on Hebner. Hebner's got to swing at that. And that is the 5th strikeout for Fergie, 1 down. The batter is Summers. Fergie is now tired. He says, I can do it, coach. Summers is 1 for 3 with a double. No reliever rest. One thing I should mention, I do fatigue games only. Everybody is always available. Keeping track of relievers who've been used and all that crap, I don't like it. So I just saved myself the trouble. So all relievers are always available. They're always rested and ready to go. The only pitchers that can't be used in relief is the starters, unless all relievers have been used in a game. Jenkins will pitch. Jenkins, 2-6, strikeout 15. That'll be too high. Summers, 6-2, base hit center field. Summers gets a 1-out single, and here come the Tigers. Summers gets his 2nd hit of the game. The next batter is Cowens. Cowens is 0 for 3. If Fergie does give up a run, I will yank him. Infield a double play. Strategy rolls are off. Fergie will deal with Cowens. Fergie, 6-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's strikeout number 6 for Fergie Jenkins. 2 down, pitching like the Hall of Famer. And the last chance for the Detroit Tigers is Lance Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 4. The fans here at Arlington Stadium on their feet. 1 out away from moving on to Game 2 of the ALWS against the Athletics. 2 men down. Summers on at first. Fergie gets the sign from Sundberg. Lance hoping for something to hit. Fergie gets in there. He will pitch. Fergie, 1-5, wild pitch. No, it's going to be a blank. Parrish, 1-8, and it's a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up there by Bell. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to second. That's your game. The Rangers will move on to the next round, to the second game of the ALWS. They beat the Tigers 6-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit for the Tigers, and the Rangers will move on to Game 2 of the ALWS. They will play the Oakland Athletics for the Wild Card Championship and for the right to meet the Kansas City Royals in the ALDS. Tough night for the Tigers. They just couldn't figure out Ferguson Jenkins, as he was just marvelous tonight. Final line score coming up. For the Rangers, 6 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. For the Tigers, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Fergie Jenkins. He'll go to 1-0 on the postseason, and he starts off with a complete game. He goes the distance. It'll be Jack Morris taking the loss. He'll go to 0-1. And that will end the Detroit Tigers season, and they'll have to wait for the next replay to see how far they get. So a good win for the Rangers, and now they'll play the Athletics for the wild card title. Don't forget, tomorrow night, only one game in the National League Wild Card Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Montreal Expos. The terrific one, Tom Seaver, will be pitching for the Reds. Captain America Steve Rogers will be going for the Expos at Stade Olympique. The winner of that game moves on to play the Astros. Reds and Expos, the NLWS tomorrow night. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Texas Rangers circle the wagons, take the Tigers, and throw them in a cage. The Rangers win it 6-1, and they're on their way to play the Athletics for the American League wild card title. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.